Welcome back to the channel, guys. This one's going to be slightly different. We're actually going to be looking to fix this parking dent on the A3. Typical situation, you take it to a supermarket, come back out, somebody's done a hit and run and leave you with a dent and a couple of marks there. So what we're going to do is try to see how we can quickly fix this ourselves and avoid a trip to the body shop, and at least just get it looking a little bit better than it was. Ultimately, these little bits will obviously need to get touched up with spray, etc. later on, but let's just see how we go about getting the dent pulled out. What we're going to try to do is take off the arch liner here and just see if we can get to the back of where this dent is, and then we'll have a look at how we can push that out. So I'll catch back up with you as soon as we lifted the car up. Next step is, you can see we've got these torque screws, and what we're going to need to do is there's 1, 2, 3 and then a fourth one there just to give it a bit of flex. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly undo those and see if we can get a hand behind here. Right guys, so you can see that little light up there. I'm just trying to cover it. It's basically where the parking sensor is. So there, you can see my finger moving around. Now that's kind of where the impact is. I'll try to show you a bit of a better view, but I'll point an arrow to where it is. It's a bit hard to show on camera, but essentially where my fingers are there is where this dent is. So what we're going to do is actually first try polish this off. So that's obviously, the offending car was black, so we're going to get rid of that. And the reason for doing it first is what we're eventually going to do is heat all of this area up and try from behind. You saw where I was getting my hand in, push it back out, and hopefully the plastic should take its shape back. Now, because obviously when you're polishing this kind of stuff, you're applying pressure, we're going to do it first, because otherwise once it's heated up I might end up just pushing it back in. So see how much we can get off with the polish. Got some polish here, you remember it from the Supra videos, really good, and actually does very well to get rid of these kind of marks. So what we'll do is, let me just put that down on the floor, squeeze a little bit onto there, and then move it on there in circular motions. Right. And what you can see is slowly but surely, might need to put a bit more on this actually, it's getting rid of some of the easier bits. These are a bit harder, so what I'll do is put the camera down and I'll give this proper strength behind it and basically try to see how much we can get off. Right, hopefully you can see that's a hell of a lot better. So most of it's come off. Obviously you've got a little bits like that where the actual paint off the bumpers come off. So that'll probably either need to get touched up or taken to a body shop later on. But this is really just supposed to be a quick fix, so obviously the car doesn't look as damaged. So what we're going to do now is get the heat gun, apply heat sort of in this area over here, and then what I'm going to do is from underneath, once it's warm enough, get my hand in where I showed you earlier and try to push it out. So let's see how we get on. Now you obviously want to make sure you don't get too close with the heat gun, because obviously you don't want to start melting the paint. So just start off evenly. I usually hold my hand in front of it just to see what the heat feels like. Yep, that's warm enough. And then just keep it going around in circular motions. It's getting nice and warm now. Hopefully hopefully you guys saw that. As simple as that. It's beautifully popped back out into shape. And we'll just give it a little while to cool back down. Obviously it's really hot to touch. Just literally just popped back out. So nice firm hand behind, pushed it out. Now we've obviously got these parking sensors just to relocate, so that shouldn't be that hard. So we, again, get down and just try push it out with our finger so it sits in line. And then yeah, this looks a million times better than it did when it came in. So I'll quickly sort the parking sensor out and then we'll wrap up. Right guys, so that's it basically back in. Having a bit of issue with the sensor in terms of getting it to sit flush, but to be honest I think that's going to be difficult without taking the bumper off. Again, not too worried as long as the car works and it looks a million times better. So what we're going to do is actually unclip this bit. It's actually the other part of the, or the backing part to the lens, and then the owner can basically order a replacement lens, be ready to clip back in. Pretty easy to do. What you want to do is get your hand behind the bumper again, and then roughly where these three clips are, get behind the bumper, pinch them together, pull them out one at a time. Now that's it, that's this one done. And what we're ready to do is basically put the tyre back on, jack the car down and give it a final polish. So that's pretty much it guys. Let us know in the comment section down below what you thought of the repair. Now there's always still little bits to do. So you've got these bits where it's gone back down to the, well, the bumper paint's come off. So what we're going to do is when we go in to get this replacement lens from Audi, we're also going to get a touch-up bottle mixed to this colour code, just apply it on top, and you basically end up with it looking like pretty much how it was. So hope you found it useful. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, or make sure you give a fat thumbs up, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching guys.